Welcome to La Banda for the opening game of the Olympic qualifying tournament here in Argentina. First up, we have the Virgin Islands taking on Chile. Both teams will be super keen to get off to a winning start in their bid to make it to the Olympics in Paris next year. For every basketball player, surely the pinnacle of their career, representing their country at the Olympics. And as such, we expect a really interesting tournament here in Argentina over the next few days. Remember, the top two teams here in Group B will progress to the semi-finals, where they'll face the top two teams from Group A. So, as we look at it, Group B here consists of Uruguay, Virgin Islands, Chile and Colombia, and Group A, Cuba, Argentina and Bahamas. We are under 10 minutes away from the tip-off. Here's our slate of games for this game day one. Virgin Islands, Chile now, followed later this evening by Uruguay against Colombia. Two very interesting games for us to get our teeth into. Here's the world rankings to give you an idea. As you can see, it's pretty close here. Uruguay top it with 46, Colombia are 52nd, Virgin Islands 59, and Chile 66. So there's not a huge amount of world ranking places to separate our teams. So we do expect a series of very hard fought, very close games here in Argentina for this pre-qualifying tournament. We will now have player introductions. First to be introduced will be Chile. And if you were to pick any of these teams to be the outsiders in this tournament, and someone probably has to pick one of them, you would maybe select Chile as those outsiders. But don't read too much into that, as they certainly have the roster, the ability and the experience to run with any of the bigger basketball countries here in the Americas. And without doubt, in this game, they're certainly going to push the Virgin Islands hard. As I said, this is the Olympic pre-qualifying tournament. Chile certainly have a history with the Olympics. They've been there 4 times, 1936, 1948, 52 and 56. Their highest finish was 5th back in 1952. That year they picked up wins against Cuba and Egypt, and they even beat Brazil in the 5th placed game. However, that is over 70 years ago now. How I'm sure they would love to rip up those world rankings, rip up the form book, and create a little bit of an upset here in Argentina this week by securing that Olympic qualifying tournament spot on Sunday. We'll now have the Virgin Islands introduced. And if Chile have a history with the Olympics, the Virgin Islands certainly don't. They've never been to an Olympics, but their growth as a basketball nation is there for everyone to see. It's been very impressive over the last 6 or so years. They seem to be a strong upward trajectory, and each of these qualification campaigns takes them one step closer to breaking through to that top basketball table here in the Americas. You've got to love the Virgin Islands brand of basketball that they play as well. It motivates the roster, certainly suits the roster they've got here this week. I expect the Virgin Islands to be competitive in every single game in this pre-qualifying tournament. And they certainly could make it through to the semi-finals, and then with a couple of strong performances, who knows, they could really upset the form book and walk away with a spot in the Olympic qualifying tournament next year and keep their chances of being at Paris 2024 alive. We'll now break into commentary for the national anthems. First, the national anthem to Chile, followed by the national anthem of the Virgin Islands. Setting the scene wonderfully, the national anthems for both Chile and the Virgin Islands. Players will now come to the centre court with gifts. The coaches will shake hands as coach Nisha Curry and Juan Cordoba come together. And now we get set. We're in the closing stage, under 3 minutes to go now to the opening tip-off here in La Banda in Argentina. And the hopes alive for all of the teams taking part right now. There are our officials for today's game. It's Grant Todi, Carmelo De La Rosa Alvarez, and Franco Anselmo Grovokopich from USA, Puerto Rico, and Argentina, respectively. They're ready. The teams are ready. And we are moments away from the opening tip-off here. Just a reminder of where this fits in. This is one of 5 tournaments taking place. Here's the Chile starting 5, Herrera, Lowe. We also have Haas, Varela, and Cavacho. And there's the bench for you as well. Coach Cordoba is there ready to go. Plenty of smiles. I'm sure he's prepared his team well, as always. A very meticulous coach, Coach Cordoba. He'll be ready to go again. Here's the starting 5 for the Virgin Islands. We've got Corbett, Arnold, Smith, Raglan, and Hansen. Plenty coming off the bench for Coach Curry as well. Plenty of smiles from both coaches, great to see. As the coaches go to work in the huddles, get those final messages across. Often so important just to get the players focused in on the most important things early in this game. That's where they want to be right now. Players come to the centre court as we prepare for the opening tip of the opening game of this pre-qualifying tournament here in Argentina. Just remember, the whole time these players are playing for the chance to represent their countries at the Olympics. It doesn't get much bigger than this for basketball players. This is game day 1 of 3 here in Group B. Following this game later this evening, we will see Uruguay taking on Colombia. And we're underway in La Banda. Virgin Islands will have the first possession. Arnold hands it off to the wing. He'll get it back on the elbow. Little short with that, easy rebound for Haas. Haas sets the screen and rolls away. Cavacho with the right hand, that's a soft move. Real confidence to open the game up from Nicolas Cavacho. Stolen away, passing lane read well. Chile trying to be aggressive early on, and that's a tough coast-to-coast play and an early 4-point lead on the back of that breakaway by Lowe. Varela putting on the pressure. Corbett almost loses the handle, holds on to it though. Spin move to the basket, double team comes across. Oh, what a pass! That is a beautiful bit of skill in the finish from Laurent Smith. That's a good way to get your scoring underway in a qualification tournament. That'll give some confidence. Into the corner. Haas wide open, no good. Rebound falls into the hands of Arnold. Wide open, Ragland. Chile running a little bit more team offense right now. Virgin Islands relying on that individual talent. Strong drive to the basket. That one comes back out. Goes inside, uses the glass well and gets the score. As expected, these two teams very evenly matched, and we are tied up after 2.5 minutes. Little hesitation, kicks it back out. Ball movement is good. Rotation, though, defensively is better, but they go one pass extra. And Herrera gets the score from the corner. Patience here from the Virgin Islands. Running a lot of pick and roll at the top, but Miguel Arnold just takes his eye off the ball for a second and spills it out of bounds. First change of the game as we see Arnold head to the bench for Coach Curry. Into the game for the first taste of this pre-qualifying tournament is Amir Nesbitt. Oh, another catch and shoot. It's a smart move around the screen. Trajectory on the jumper a little flat though. Needed a bit more arc to that one, give it more of a chance. Oh, big spin move, very fluid. Foul's going to be called, I think, on Sebastian Herrera. You have to like Romani Hansen getting to work. At the line for 2 shots now. Always good to see your first your first free throw drop. Smart play from Carvaccio. Just knocks away the bouncing rebound. Make sure it can't get the extra point. Baseline drive and an easy score for Herrera. A quick 5 points for him. Oh, in fact, it was a 2, his previous jumper, so it's only up to 4. Virgin Islands look for that little baseline backdoor cut as well, but Herrera closes that one off. Nisha Curry. So much playing experience, plenty of coaching experience as well. Assistant coach at the Portland Trailblazers for a season. Great to see her courtside running things for the Virgin Islands. Stolen away though by Chile. Oh, lovely handoff. Oh, the two-handed thunder. With a little bit of relish on top as well, Nicolas Carvaccio. Strong 11-5 start to the game. Chile will be happy offensively with what they're getting away. Getting the shots that they want right now. Corner pocket 3 for the Virgin Islands. Oh, that's a big rebound. Just reached over the top. Ragland. That's long. Another rebound. Smith this time. He's going to get it to go. And this could be an important part of the game for the Virgin Islands. Can they dominate the glass? If they can keep grabbing offensive rebounds, giving themselves extra scoring opportunities, that could be the way to the win. Haas. No good, and it's Chile's time to grab the offensive rebound. Sebastian Herrera just stealing that one. Lob pass. Oh, and the score. That's a tough play. Looks down the camera. Nicolas Carvacho. Love that play from him. Here's the pass, the lob pass. And he just stays with the play, even though a huge amount of contact. Stays with it, finishes it off the glass well. He'll head back to the line for the bonus. Relatively young roster, this Chile roster, just 2 or 3 vets in the team. Sure, Coach Cordoba, he's looking to the future as well as this qualification tournament, getting some of the younger players involved early. Nesbitt hands it off to Smith, and he gets another score. Laurent Smith, 6 points, 4 rebounds. That is a hell of a first 5.5 minutes in this tournament for him. Vergara heads it off. Now into the hands of Carrasco. Rebound pulled down. Nesbitt going all the way. Oh, sweet footwork. Steps his way to the bucket. How calm did he look in that transition? Brings Virgin Islands to within 3. Vergara. Again, Chile moving the ball well. They're going to draw the foul. Herrera just luring in Rasmussen. Virgin Islands will make another change. Out of the game goes Laurent Smith with 6 very early points. Into the game comes Shaquan Jules. Pick and roll at the top now. A lot of the offense for Chile going through Herrera, and understandably so. What a start for him, 7 points now. Nesbitt, quick jab step, doesn't quite lose Carrasco. Shot clock down to 4. Step back 3, prayer goes up. That one was always going to fall short as the Chilean defense really does a good job of locking the Virgin Islands out. Good quick hands at the other end of the floor though by Jules. Three goes up. That one comes down with snow, and more importantly comes down with 3 points for Corbett. Herrera, pick and roll again with Carvacho. Gets the defender on his back, draws him in. Carvacho doesn't take the 3, will travel though. Big man's got a handle, got some footwork, but just skipped his feet a little there for the travel. Plenty of changes. Carvacho and Herrera head to the bench for Chile. That's the dynamic duo so far for them. Isla comes into the game, as does Jones. Virgin Islands also take Nesbitt out as Arnold comes back in. Oh, the 3 ball is good. That's a big shot. Just a 2, in fact. Jones now. Offensive foul will be called. Here's the 3, up it goes. Down it comes. Ragland, the big man, looking good from downtown to tie the game with that. Coach Curry looks happy, looks pumped, ready to go. Spin move, slightly loses his footing, manages to get it away though to Jules, who comes up a little short. Chile manage also to secure possession. Final 90 seconds of this first quarter. It's been a brisk first quarter. Both teams really going at it. Offensive foul will be called. Illegal screen. Isla called for that foul. Veteran just not getting his footwork right, not setting properly. Double screen at the top for Arnold to work off. Ragland, another three, he's feeling it. A little bit of a heat check for him, and the transition. That's a wayward pass. I think the philosophy sitting behind it was smart. The pass from Vergara just slightly wayward though, not on target, not controlled enough, as we see Haas go to the bench for Chile. Isla's also headed out as Pickett's come in. Plenty of rotations in this first quarter from both coaches. They know not only is a 40-minute game a long game at this level, but also it's a long tournament. They are more than aware that they've got back-to-back games today and tomorrow, then they get a day's rest, and then they're back at it again the following day. So load management is certainly a part of tournament coaching. Arnold now. Oh, lovely crossover, pulls up long two. The handle alone warranted the score. Couldn't get it to go, though. Lovely step inside. Good read, though. That's a smart play by Jules. Saw the passing lane, made sure it got in the way. Couldn't quite pull down the ball, though. Frustrated with himself. Virgin Islands with a single-point lead here. Final 28.9 seconds of the first quarter. They'll certainly be happy with the way the game has gone. Oh, lovely finger roll. Glides to the basket. It's a smart play. Carrasco. 14 seconds. As Hansen almost loses possession. Foul's going to be called. That's a smart play by Carrasco. Chile with a foul to give and just wanted to slow it down. 4.6 seconds left in the first quarter. And Coach Curry and her team will have to create something now from a sidelines play. Ball inbounded. Will they get it away? Doesn't look like they will. Didn't look like it was away in time, and that will be the end of the first quarter. And as expected, a very close one. It's the Virgin Islands 17, Chile 18. Here are the shooting percentages from that first quarter. Both teams relatively evenly matched. Chile more productive inside Virgin Islands with a couple of threes to start the game off. But we expected it to be a close game between these two, and that's exactly what it is. Here are some of the top plays from that first quarter of action. Chile getting out to a brisk start to this game. That certainly helped them. In one stage they had a 7-point lead. That was eroded pretty quickly as the Virgin Islands found a little bit of traction. They managed to secure a lead of their own before, right in the closing moments, Chile came away and got the extra score. A couple of big starts to the game as well. for both teams. Corbett has 5 for the Virgin Islands. Smith is leading them, though, with 8 points and 5 rebounds. He's only been on the floor under 6 minutes. That's a big play from Laurent Smith. As for Chile, their leading scorer, 2 of them together on 7, Carvacho and Herrera. I said before the game, I expect this tournament to be close. I expect all the teams here in Group B to be taking wins off one another, and would not surprise me if we got to the final games and everything was on the line. If you have your phone ready, do scan that QR code. It's courtside 1891. Stream schedules and scores if you like your live basketball. You are a basketball fan, you need that in your phone. Don't worry if you miss the QR code there, it will pop up throughout our broadcast here this evening. Second quarter action underway here in La Banda in Argentina. The pre-qualifying tournament for the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. 3 ball goes up from Chile. At the end of the first, it's Chile with the narrowest of 1-point leads. A really back and forth opening first 10 minutes. Certainly offense led the way rather than defense, but a good example of Chilean defense that time. Nice drive to the basket, knocked away though. Foul has been called. That will send Dowell Jones to the line for 2. Let's have a look. It's that little quick step through. Yeah, it's the right call. Sorry, Jamie Jones to the line for 2. Certainly the right call though for me, as Rasmussen called for the foul. Jones gets the first of his 2. Back at the line for the second. His first points of the game. Misses the second. A little bit of full court pressure, a 1-2-2 press zone from Chile. Handed off though, Smith again. Smith is on it here today. Phenomenal from him. Smith up to 10 points, 5 from 6 from the field, alongside 6 rebounds. On track for a monster stat line if he carries on at this pace. Jones off the foot of the Virgin Islands though, so shot clock resets out to a fresh 14 for Chile to work with. Jones again trying to find his way past Hansen. Little step back jumper, that's short. Rebound is pretty easy though for Ansaldo. Ansaldo now hands it away. Gets it back, goes strong to the glass, will draw the foul off Romani Hansen. 20 years of age, Ignacio Ansaldo, one of the future stars of this Chilean team. He'll go to the free throw line. There's a couple of changes being made by coach Cordoba. Herrera back in, as is Varela. Out of the game goes Carrasco and Jones. Coach Curry makes some changes as well, as Corbett and Nesbitt replace Rasmussen and Arnold. The first is no good for Ansaldo. Neither team shooting particularly well from the free throw line so far. 2 from 4 for Chile, 1 from 2 for the Virgin Islands. Misses both though. For a 20-year-old that probably wants to claim a bigger stake in the rotation, certainly has to come on and make his free throws. And 2 from 5 now for Chile. Virgin Islands slow things down. And the pass inside is easy to read. Too much distance on that pass enables the Chilean defense just to react. Vergara to Haas. Vergara on the pick and roll. Haas had come out. He hadn't rolled to the basket. He'd popped instead. That's a turnover. You can see the frustration from Coach Cordoba. Pass into the high post, and that's the easiest of jump shots for Ragland. Chile can't afford to give up that much space in the high post. The Virgin Islands will punish them time and time again. Haas now, backdoor cut. Herrera, easiest of scores. Second backdoor cut for him. Takes his personal tally up to 9 now. Nesbitt trying to find a way round Varela. Foul's going to be called. A little bit too much hands-on defense from Chile. Trying to find a way to stop Aaron Smith, though. You can understand that. First player to double digits on either team. Coach Curry having a quick conversation with Miguel Arnold. In fact, sorry, with Jason Corbett. Nesbitt has it stolen away. Smart play. Good defense by Nesbitt, though. Great recovery. 3-ball will go up. That one's heavy. Where's the rebound? Eventually falls back into the hands of Varela. He puts it up but nails the 3. Looks at the Virgin Islands and says, you better respect my jump shot more than that. He makes them pay for giving him the space. Smith bullying his way to the basket against Pickett and gets the right-hander to drop. Not sure there's much more that Altor Pickett could have done defensively there. Almost have to deny possession to Smith when he's in this form. Herrera kicks it out. Haas will hand it off. Varela draws the foul off Nesbitt. Varela really having a big impact right now, starting to take over this game a little. Lots going through his hands. Not sure if that's intentional from Coach Cordoba. First is good from the line, takes his tally to 4 points now. Onside 2 rebounds and an assist. And the second is good. Extends Chile's lead out to 3. Chile continue to apply the pressure and it pays off. That 1-2-2 zone. Look at the disdain from Coach Curry. She's not happy that her team haven't just run through their press break. Almost lost, but regained possession. Still plenty of time for Chile to work with. Varela. Quick ball movement. Right-hand floater is way too heavy. Rebound easy for Ragland. Feels like Chile are just starting to grab control of this game. Baseline drive by Corbett. Short corner 2 is good. And Virgin Islands not going away as much as Chile are starting to impose their style on the game. Virgin Islands are just hustling right now to be competitive and to be close, and for Chile, while you're playing good basketball, you need to pull away. Varela drives inside. That's a lovely cut, perfect time, great pass. Varela picks up his second assist of the game. Lowe gets his second bucket of the game. Into the hands of Ragland. Hit a three pretty much from the same spot earlier in the game. This one's not going to work. Chile trying to run some transition. A little sloppy there, though. Expected this game to be close, and the first 15 minutes has certainly been that. Two very different style teams with similar outputs right now. Coach Curry looking slightly frustrated. I'm not sure her team are running exactly what she wants them to run at the moment. Chile with a three-point lead. They'll be satisfied with the way they've played the game so far. Maybe just frustrated that the scoreline doesn't quite represent maybe where their play should be. That is a lovely move, Carvacho. That's a real cultured big man, just 26 years old. And for a big man, that is very early to have those kind of moves in the locker. Three goes up, is off target. Low now. Varela will slow it down. Pulls up, three ball, no good. At times, Chile are not taking or running their offense through enough options. Taking early options that maybe aren't the best, and at the moment they're not being punished because the Virgin Islands aren't punishing them at the other end. Nesbitt will come in. Out comes Arnold. Over 3 minutes left in this first half. Neither team really grabbing the game with authority at the moment. Both teams making too many mistakes or not optimizing their offense well enough. Oh, looked like an offensive foul. I think it was, yeah, pushed him off. Defense did a great job of staying in front, and then Herrera, his arm bar just extended. Shoved the defense away. His second personal foul. Be interested to see if Coach Cordova wants to take him out of the game. Timeout's been called here in the arena. 2 minutes 54 seconds left on the first half clock. Chile lead this one by 5. Let's head into the huddles, hear what the coaches have to say.
Listen up. Jay Sean. I'm gonna put Jay there. Put Guy in the corner. Okay, I'm gonna put Shaq right here, okay? Romani gonna be here. Amir. You're gonna pass to Jay. Pass to Shaq. I'm gonna set a screen. Remember that? You're gonna curl in. Jay, right here, you're gonna curl down, okay? You're gonna get a handoff from Shaq. Going hard to your right. Shaq, you roll. Look for Shaq up top or a guy in the corner if it's man help, okay? Let's go. Let's get a good one. Let's lock it. Hey, do not let the end of the quarter get away from us. Let's stay close. Let's go. Lock in. Let's go. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3.
There's the last play with Herrera just pushing off to create the separation. First mistake he's made, really, though. 9 points, 4 from 5 from the field for Coach Cordoba's team. Let's see how Coach Curry has changed things up, clearly focusing on getting their offense firing. And that's slowed down somewhat in this second quarter. They've just scored 8 points so far in the first 7 minutes. There's the lob pass. It's well read, though. Intercepted by the defense. Pickett now will slow it down. Varela waits for the offense to develop in front of him. Pulls inside. Varela comes up short. Pickett just bullies his way to the rebound. Waits for the screen at the top. Doesn't use it. Beautiful ball movement. Wide open is low. There's the 3 ball. And just like that, we have a game high 8-point lead now for Chile. Worrying time to the Virgin Islands with 2 minutes left in the first half. That's spilled out of bounds by Jules, and Chile will come back the other way. Varela hands it to Pickett. Chile doing well to spread the floor here, creating some space. Quick skip pass to the weak side corner. The shot is flat, though. Virgin Islands running out of time. Shot goes up, hits the rim, but not much else. And the Virgin Islands defense is crumbling before our eyes. Coach Curry to make a change. Arnold will come back in. They're just struggling to find a way through this Chilean team right now. Chile seem to have gone through the gears defensively. About to enter the final minute of the first half, and the Virgin Islands have scored less than half the points in the second quarter that they did in the first. That's a lot of it on the back of Chile just, I think, working out how the Virgin Islands want to score and closing that out. Laron Smith had a bright start to the game, but that's slowed up considerably. Varela will go to the line for free throws now. Virgin Islands in the penalty, Chile nowhere near it. For me, that tells me a lot as well. The Virgin Islands not putting the Chilean defense under enough pressure. Varela scores the first of his 2. That will see him head to the bench. Into the game comes Carrasco. Final minute now of this first half. Ragland another 3. Oh, he banks it home. I'm not sure. I heard the call of bank, but as it stands for the Virgin Islands, they will take anything they can get right now offensively and hope that that gives them a little bit of momentum and confidence to go into the locker room at the half. Haas hands it off now to Jones. Jones will get the roll. 9-point lead for Chile. Likely to be, or potentially, the final play of this first half. Ragland for 3. Doesn't get the roll, it's batted back. 1 second, will they get it away? Shots up, no good though. That will be the end of the first half of action here in La Banda. We're waiting to see if they're saying the foul was in time. The officials having a conversation at the moment about this. Let's see what the call is. I think they've waved it away and said it was after the buzzer. So we're at the half here in La Banda. It's Virgin Islands 28, Chile 37. Here are the stats from that first half. Pretty even looking statistics. It's the free throw line that makes a fair bit of the difference, as Chile have got to the free throw line an awful lot more. They're winning the rebounding battle. They've got 9 assists for their 37. They've also forced plenty of turnovers from the Virgin Islands. Top scorer, leading all scorers, is Laurent Smith. He has 12 for the Virgin Islands. Herrera and Cavacho have 9 apiece for Chile. Here are some of the top plays from that second quarter of action. Really, Chile starting to claim control of the game. They led by a single point at the end of the first quarter. They now lead by 9. And you have to give a lot of that credit to their defensive level in that second quarter. They upped how hard they were playing defense. They locked out some of the options that the Virgin Islands were getting early on, in particular Laurent Smith. He's ended up with 12 points and 6 rebounds, though. Just behind him, Guy Ragland, 2 from 4 from outside towards his 8 points. As for Chile, 2 scorers, both with 9. Cavacho and Herrera, 9 points apiece, and Diego Lowe and Varela have 7 each. An interesting game, but Chile went in as favourites in this one, and they have certainly played that way, particularly in the second quarter. Remember, this is the Olympic pre-qualifying tournament here in La Banda. 7 teams, 1 place at the Olympic qualifying tournament next year. At the half, it's Virgin Islands 28, Chile 37. Second half just around the corner.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
you win for all.
Welcome back to La Banda here in Argentina. We're at the halfway stage of the Virgin Islands. All 7 fighting it out for just one team that will still have their Paris 2024 Olympic dreams alive in a week's time. There's the leading scorer, or at least the firework that has been Sebastian Herrera in the first half. 9 points for him. Got things underway early. 4 from 5 from the field, but alongside Nicolas Carvacho, that 1-2 punch has really done the damage, scoring 18 points combined. Be interesting to see what coach Ednesha Curry does with the Virgin Islands in the second half. So much playing experience in the WNBA for Phoenix and LA. Coached in the NBA, assistant coach at Portland in the 21-22 season. Certainly has a lot to bring to this Virgin Islands team. Can they lock in though? Can they focus on the changes she wants to make? If they can, then maybe they can bring themselves back into this game and overcome this 9-point deficit. Certainly not insurmountable. The Virgin Islands are one of those teams that can score and score in a hurry when they find the right formula. But the key will be for them to find the formula early in this game. In this second half, sorry. Just a reminder that this is part of a series of tournaments happening across the world. There's a Olympic pre-qualifying tournaments in Nigeria for the Africa region, 1 in Syria for the Asia region, and 2 in Europe. 1 taking place in Turkey and 1 split across Poland and Estonia. So in total, there are 5 places available at the 5 Olympic qualifying tournaments next year. Teams fighting it out across the globe for the chance to represent their country at the Olympics. For many, the highest honor a basketball player can have. That and the World Cup, which takes place shortly. I'm sure you basketball fans are zoned in on that one as well. That is merely days away now, really. I'm sure you've been watching the preparation games as well across the world as some of the world's best players go toe-to-toe as they get ready to try and lift that trophy. World Cup should be one of the best basketball tournaments we've seen in a long while. But for these 2 teams, they were unable to qualify for the World Cup, so their focus now is fully on taking this second chance to make it to the Olympics and making the most of this second chance as well. Both teams entering their final stages of their warm-up. We're a little over 2 minutes away from the start of the second half, and the opening stage of this second half, crucial for the Virgin Islands. They'll want to change things up. They'll want to set a different tempo early in this third quarter. For Chile, they just want to try and pick up where they left off. And it's all about their defense. That was what got them into this 9-point lead, and they'll want to work on that again in this third quarter. If they can keep it a relatively low-scoring output from the Virgin Islands, then Chile probably will come away with an opening game win. Such an important win as well for both these teams.
Escuchá, el 12 después de convertido. Si no es convertido es hombre a hombre. Menos menos. 12 cayendo en 11. 12 cayendo en 11. No 12 cayendo en 2-3. 12 cayendo en 11. ¿Está?
Both teams pumped as they come back out onto the floor. If you have your phones ready, do scan that QR code, courtside 1891, FIBA's official app for stream schedules and scores. Plenty of live basketball across the world. Tons of games on there at the moment as we build up to the World Cup. Second half underway here in La Banda. The Olympic pre-qualifying tournament game between the Virgin Islands and Chile. At the half, Chile have a relatively strong 9-point lead. Virgin Islands go to work straight away. Oh, that is a tough opening move from Romani Hansen. Just bullies his way to the basket, uses the glass well. Low now. Foul's going to be called. Virgin Islands just pushing the screen out of the way as Herrera ends up on the floor. Smith called for that foul. Pass is a little weak there from Varela. Herrera gets it back. Virgin Islands reading the passing lanes, getting a little bit more active defensively. That's only going to help them. Breaking up Chile's flow. 1.2 seconds left on the shot clock for Chile. Catch and shoot, Herrera gets the rim, but no more. Easy rebound for Hansen. His third rebound of the game. Arnold now, a little hesitation. Back out, Ragland loves the three ball. Doesn't love him this time though. Gets it back on the cut and gets the score right up close and personal with the basket. Ragland up to double digits. Good ball movement. Finish not there though. Cavacho's touch just deserted him. Backdoor cut. Reverse layup. Virgin Islands starting to roll now. And just like that, Chile's lead has been cut down to 3 points. That is a strong start, a 6-0 start to this second half. Exactly what Coach Curry will have wanted. Varela has it knocked away. Look how Virgin Islands pounce on possession. That one is tied up. Possession arrow in favor of Chile. Timeout called early here by Coach Cordoba. He is not happy. Seen his team's lead eroded down to a single possession ball game now. We're going to head into his huddle, hear what he has to say.
Nacho acá. Seba. Felipe, lo tocás acá. A Nacho. Espacio acá. Para que Nacho salga a tirar. Si no se la da, se va. Si la das a Pipe, se la das a Pipe y es un mano a mano. O Nacho o mano a mano con Pipe. 2 segundos 9.
Virgin Islands really responding well to the half-time break. A blistering start to this third quarter. And really, the game is back in the balance once again. Chile looked like they'd really just controlled the game and wrestled it away at the back end of that second quarter. The Virgin Islands have thrown that one up in the air. 3 ball goes up, Herrera comes up short, but it's tapped back to him and a fresh 14 for Chile to work with. Varela pulls up, elbow 2, gets it to roll. And that is a smart play from the 23-year-old. Virgin Islands back down into the low post. Double team comes across. Hansen is open but short. Chile's lead at 5. They want to extend it back out again. Varela gets it swatted away, but Herrera is on the follow. Scoops up the scraps and gets the score. Arnold kicks it out. Doesn't take the 3 though. Corbett steps in, gets the 2 to go. That's a smart decision by the 21-year-old. Young players coming through and stepping up here in the third quarter. Oh, weak side corner, open for 3. That's short though. Carvacho will look to go old school, bully his way to the basket, off the glass. That's good defense by LaRon Smith though, didn't back down. Stayed strong in the low post. Three goes up. And Virgin Islands slipping back into the offense that really didn't help them in the second quarter. Poor pass from Herrera. You can feel the emotion from coach Cordoba. Frustrated at the mistakes. Baseline drive, quick ball movement. Hansen's open for 3 again. It's off right, and Virgin Islands are not getting the 3 to drop. They need to find a way to create some offense closer to the basket, either back to the basket or cutting. Varela gives them a get out of jail 3 though by taking a rash 3 himself. A long way out early in the shot clock. If that's the 3 you're going to take, you can have it at any point. Most teams will give you that. Catch and shoot 3, and this time Virgin Islands will get it to drop. Apologies for the lack of graphics right now. Virgin Islands 39, Chile 41. A little under 5.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Into the corner, wide open 3 goes, iron and away. A chance now for the Virgin Islands to potentially take the lead. They cannot be unhappy with how this third quarter has gone so far. An 11-4 run to the basket. It's a good move, to be fair, from Nesbitt. It's strong, it's direct, it's aggressive, it's forcing Chile to play tough defense. And that's what's created the foul in that situation. As Jules gets the offensive rebound, Chile have to foul him, and it's too powerful to give him space down low. Varela called for the foul. Long two, that's short. Chile hold on and maintain the narrowest of margins. Low now. Almost stolen away. Inside. Oh, wow, that would have been a real poster from Cavacho. Instead, he'll have to go to the free throw line to earn his points. There's a shovel pass. Oh, if he'd finished that. Pin that one to the top of the highlights reel. He'll head to the line, though. Out of the game comes Diego Lowe for Chile. 11 points for Nicolas Cavacho so far, alongside 6 rebounds, 1 from the free throw line. Gotta love the sneaks on show from Anisha Curry. Repping the Virgin Islands as much as she can. Cavacho gets the second. Gets his first, takes his tally to 12 points now. Back at the line for the second. Doesn't get the second to roll. His first free throw miss of the game as the Virgin Islands run a little horn offense here. Mainly on ball screening though. Little screen the screener, but the shot is deflected away. Little glimmer of the defense we saw from Chile that they put in place in the second quarter there. Much smarter, much more intense, chasing shooters out a lot more, putting on ball pressure. Herrera. Over the head pass, gets away with that one. Right hand is good. Wow. Ignacio Varela drives the baseline, draws a huge amount of contact, and still smart enough, composed enough to get this wonderful right hand teardrop to whip through the net. Great play from the point guard. Coach Curry knows the team are getting close. Chile at the moment just doing enough to keep them at arm's length. Chile's lead out to 6 points now. Shot goes up and is good. That is quick as you like from Miguel Lopez. First bucket of the game for him. Does have 2 rebounds. Inside Cavacho. And he is starting to dominate the paint right now. 14 points, 6 from 9 from the field for the big man. Lopez inside. Wonderful. Feeds Jules for the score. Virgin Islands certainly seem much more confident offensively. They're also running a lot more team-focused. Love to see that. Oh, pass inside. Baseline cut is strong. The defense falls asleep, and you can't do that with Cavacho and Herrera on the floor. They will make you pay. Herrera now. Free throw line jumper is heavy from Felipe Haas. Nesbitt uses a screen twice, kicks it to the corner. stolen away. That's good help down by Haas. He'll get it back in transition. Foul's going to be called. I think that one's on Nesbitt. There's the quick pass and the break. And the foul to stop the transition. Herrera at the line. Sorry, Vergara at the line, my mistake. Gets the first of his two. First points of the game for Alejandro Vergara. Brings a little bit more experience to this roster. A steadying force. Gets the second off the back and away though. Chile's lead will stay at 4 points, and they've not shot the ball particularly well from the free throw line. Plenty of trips, 14 in total. But shooting under 65% is never good. Arnold has to throw a prayer up. Almost gets it answered, as Chile's defense gives them nothing for the entire 24 seconds. Carrasco will slow it down as Chile look to work something here off a horn set. Jones will drop it off a Virgin Islands body, so it will remain Chilean ball, but it will be only 4 seconds on the shot clock when they take possession on the baseline. 1 minute and 7 left in this third quarter. And you have to say, if Chile dominated the second, Virgin Islands have certainly had the better run here in the third. They've outscored Chile 18-3 in this quarter. Rasmussen comes back in for the Virgin Islands as Corbett goes to the bench. Oh, and it's spilled out of bounds by Isla. Coach Cordoba will not be happy how his team have reacted coming out of the half. The ball has been kicked up into the top stand, so we will have a fan retrieve it for us and throw it back down to the court. Little jolt dribble to get Lopez through that defense. Laurent Smith now being guarded. Look at the intensity here from Chile. Clearly, they know this is an important phase of the game. Lovely little crossover. Smooth move to the basket. Jules again gets the score and will go to the free throw line. 6 points for Jules. It was the crossover that created the space he needed, leaving Ansaldo behind. And the recovery from Chile was a little slow. Left them only fouling him. Virgin Island bench appreciates that play. Jules at the line for the bonus. Short with the bonus though. 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Chile's lead is just 2 points after the Virgin Islands have put their highest scoring quarter on the board. Foul's going to be called. Defense on the screen. It may be Lopez. It is. Lopez called for that foul. Yeah, just locking up the roll on the screen. And the Virgin Islands are in the penalty, so not the smartest of moves by Lopez, and you can see the frustration with that play from Coach Curry. That sends Gerardo Isla to the free throw line. He misses his first though. This is the second as well, so they don't punish the Virgin Islands. About a 7-second differential between the third quarter clock and the shot clock. Arnold now using the pick and roll twice. Skips it to the weak corner. Baseline drive. Oh, wow. He hit that with so much force. Foul has been called. Jules doing it all right now. Let's have a look. Drives the baseline. I'm not sure what the bucket did to him earlier in the game, but he's certainly taken his revenge on it there. Hits the iron hard. Has to earn his points from the free throw line, though, but a chance to tie the game up with under 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Gets the roll on the first. And the second. First time they've been tied from early in the second quarter. Jules now with 8 points and Chile with a problem. They led by 9 at the half, and that lead is now completely gone. 3 goes up. Carrasco clangs it off the perspex. Will Arnold get it away? He does. Doesn't get the score, though. End of the third quarter here in La Banda. Exactly as we thought it would be at the pre-game. Nothing between these two teams. Completely tied up here at the end of 3. It's Virgin Islands 50, Chile 50. Here are the shooting stats. And as you can see, Virgin Islands starting to drop a few threes, 15 points from outside, whilst Chile has struggled from downtown. Virgin Islands also hitting the boards a little bit harder in that third quarter, and that's why they're back in the game. Here are some of the top plays from that third quarter of action, and a lot of them will be coming from their hands of the men in the white, yellow and blue jerseys. They outscored Chile 22-13, the Virgin Islands, in the third quarter. Their highest scoring quarter, their best defensive quarter, and that is why they have overcome a halftime 9-point deficit to now have us all tied up at 50 with 10 minutes left to play. I'm not sure what Coach Curry said in the halftime locker room, but it was a little piece of magic because her team came back out super fired up early in the third quarter. Imposed their style of basketball as well. It felt like the game became a Virgin Islands basketball game rather than a Chilean basketball game. Everything to play for with 10 minutes to go. Either one of these teams can come away with the win right now. Some big plays across the board. Carvaccio and Valero, the two main players for Chile, 16 and 12 points respectively. 3 players in double digits for the Virgin Islands. Corbett leads them with 11, but Ragland and Smith have 10 apiece. Fourth quarter action underway here in La Banda in Argentina. The pre-qualifying tournament for the Paris 2024 Olympics. Game day 1 and game 1 of the day. 30 minutes on the books, and we cannot separate these two. It's 50 to the Virgin Islands, 50 to Chile. We now have 10 minutes left to separate them. Chile on the floor with Jones, Carrasco, Vergara, Isla and Pickett. They look to get a score off their first possession. Carrasco into the corner. Pickett will put the 3 up. Easy rebound for Lopez. Arnold now waits for the screen from Rasmussen. Rasmussen gets it back. Door closed on him though. And again, foul will be called. called on Vergara. First foul of the quarter for Chile. Almost stolen away. It is stolen away. Good hands on the inbound. Carrasco now slows it down. Waits for the screen from Isla. Jones. Virgin Islands defense working well, rotating well. Step back, Carrasco clangs off the perspex though, as the Virgin Islands now offering up stiff resistance. Stolen back, Carrasco. Foul will be called on Sebastian Carrasco though, as Coach Cordoba starting to feel the pressure. Strong drive down the paint. Foul's going to be called as he draws double the attention. Corbett going tough to the basket. Ends up sliding into the camera operative on the baseline. Corbett to the free throw line now, and as this game progresses, everything becomes more and more important. His first trip to the charity stripe. No good with the first, and it's those small details that make or break a game like this. Coach Curry looking on intently. How she'd love to come away with an opening day win here in this Olympic pre-qualifying tournament. The second is good though from Corbett. 13 points for him now. Putting in a shift, helping lead his team to what could be a massive win here. Goes against the world rankings. And as I said, in this group, they are so closely matched that you can almost forget them to a certain degree. It just takes a couple of players to have a big game, and any team can beat any team in Group B. 2 minutes gone here in the final quarter, and that made free throw have given the Virgin Islands their first lead in a long, long while. But it's the only point we've had from either team, and we've had over 2 minutes now. Foul's going to be called on Laurent Smith, illegal screen. It's the right call. He needs to look at his teammate, really. Hansen's thrown him under the bus there. He's gone too early. Needs to wait for the screen to be set before he tries to use it. Brings it up over the half as we really rush towards the business end of this opening game. Varela kicks it out. Quick movement into the corner. That one's coming down with a bit more snow. The roll is not kind. The rebound falls to Nesbitt. Chile yet to score in the final quarter. Really have been slowed up by the Virgin Islands in this second half. Almost 13 minutes of gameplay, and they've only scored 13 points in the second half. Three goes up by Corbett, hits a three. That is a huge shot, a huge moment from Jamae Corbett. Sorry, just Sean Corbett. What a play. 4-point lead now for the Virgin Islands, down low. Chile have to react and react quickly. They react by spilling possession. Almost a foul. Will that be called an unsportsmanlike? I don't think it will. He did make a play at the ball. Darryl Jones called for the foul. Officials are having a little conversation as they walk past one another. Just a regular foul called. Third foul of the quarter for Chile. In fact, fourth foul of the quarter. Almost 7 minutes to play. Virgin Islands could be making a lot of trips to the free throw line here. Catch and shoot, 3 ball, goes up, air ball this time. Smith though with the rebound. Back inside, rejected. Raglan went up and had it batted away. Oh, Cavaccio, what a spin move. Big man putting on a masterclass of back to the basket basketball in this game at times. Virgin Islands lead, trimmed to 2. On a rash decision by Nesbitt. That is not what you need from your guard. 22-year-old really needs to slow it down. He's slow back on defense as well. If I'm Coach Curry, I'm in his ear straight away. Jones goes up, nothing. Cavaccio will draw the foul, and now Chile start to wrestle control of the game back. There's the rebound by Cavaccio, and take your pick. Several Virgin Island players fouling him in that situation. He'll now head to the free throw line. 2 from 3 so far this evening. 8 from 11 from the field. 18 points and 7 rebounds. He leads all scorers here. Nicholas Cavaccio doing a great job. Stays cool at the free throw line as well, and now a chance to tie the game back up. Misses a second. Rebound by Herrera though. Chance for Chile to retake the lead. Varela comes back to Haas. Herrera, that's short by a long way. That will be Virgin Islands' ball. Had to take the shot really though. There was only about 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Arnold now progresses it up over the half, pulls up early for the 3. Again, another bad decision by the backcourt from the Virgin Islands, running no offense and just taking an early 3. Foul has been called though on Chile, and that will send Laurent Smith to the free throw line. Cavaccio called for the foul. There's the 3 going up. Yeah, it's the right call. Cavaccio just easing Laurent Smith out the way with the arm bar. Smith doesn't make them pay though, misses the first of his 2 free throws. Virgin Islands under 50% from the free throw line. Tries to use the backboard this time, Smith, and still fails to get the score. Haas now, oh, lovely pass on the back door, low. Reads the defense well, cuts away. Acres of space in the paint for him to get the easy score and for Chile to take the lead. Arnold now gives it up to Raglan. Oh, backdoor cut by Virgin Islands this time. Both teams playing super smart basketball. This time it's Corbett that gets the score for the Virgin Islands, and they are exchanging leads here like gifts at Christmas. That's come off the foot of Smith. Shot clock was at 14 anyway, so that one will stay at 14. Sideline ball for Chile. Oh, double screen to open up the wing three. The play was run perfectly. The shot maybe a little rushed, had a bit more time because of how effectively the screens had worked. Hansen baseline. Telegraphs the pass though, and Chile regained possession. Under 4.5 minutes left on the game clock, and this one is going all the way to the wire at the moment. Haas rejected. Smith getting up high and batting it away. Arnold will slow things down for the Virgin Islands. Corbett now being guarded closely by Lowe. Shot clock down to 6, fades away. That is a tough shot by Corbett. Under a huge amount of pressure, had to push back and really exaggerate the fadeaway to create any space to work with. Still gets it to go, and more importantly, Virgin Islands out to a 3-point lead now. Carvacho, another score. 21 points for Nicholas Carvacho. 3 rebounds away from a double-double here on opening day. Catch and shoot. Once again, the Virgin Islands just rely on a relatively low percentage opportunity from outside. Final 3 minutes. Carvacho back to the basket. Usually ends one way, and it does again. Unstoppable. Nicholas Carvacho. He's pumped as his team now take a 1-point lead. 2:55 left on the game clock. Timeout called by the Virgin Islands. We're going to jump into Coach Curry's huddle. Coach Curry using the timeout to motivate her players some more. Winning's not supposed to be easy. It's winning time. Their team are locked in. They're not going to lose this game for a lack of passion and motivation. They just need a little bit more composure at times offensively. Chile with a 1-point lead. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left on the game clock. Hansen now trying to shake things up, drives to the basket, off the glass. It's not the best decision again, went one-on-one, and Chile have a 5-on-4 break. Pass inside, well intercepted in the end by Ragland. That is a big play defensively by him, as Hansen has just made his way back to play some defense. And that poor decision by Romani Hansen will see him head to the bench. Back into the game comes Lopez in his place. Carvacho drops it out of bounds. Foul will be called though on Lopez. There's the bullet pass inside, and Lopez just, I think, pulls on Carvacho's arm. On the floor though. Virgin Islands not quite in the penalty yet. Still 1 to go for them. Varela brings it to the top. Pereira, little shake. All the passes are slightly wayward. Varela has to throw up a prayer. Rebound falls kindly into the hands of Guy Ragland. Smith, right hand off the glass. Too heavy, no one crashing the boards for the Virgin Islands. Chile still hold that valuable gold-like 1-point lead with 1:45 left on the game clock. Offensive foul's going to be called on Carvacho as Lopez takes a stand in the paint and Carvacho barrels him to the floor. Second foul on Carvacho as Arnold comes out of the game for the Virgin Islands. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, I think just about the right call. Difficult in the lane, plenty of traffic, but I think the officials have got the right call there. Nesbitt has come in for Arnold. I'm sure Coach Curry is hoping for a little bit of composure from whoever's running the point for her. Corbett, three. Oh, string music from the wing. What a time for Corbett to step up and nail another three-pointer. 22 points now for Corbett. 9 from 12 from the field. Is he leading his team to a huge win here? Three goes up. Oh, and the reply from Vergara. Vergara nails a three just when his team needed him the most. His first field goal of the game, Alejandro Vergara. Nesbitt going inside. Back into the hands of Corbett. Still 9 to work with. Corbett trying to shake things up a little. Almost loses possession. Does so again. He'll have to put it up. Does. Nowhere near the basket though. The defense on another level from Chile there. Varela uses the double screen to get the mismatch against Ragland. Backs it out so he can use his foot pace advantage. Drives to the basket. High off the glass. No good. Chile still a 1-point lead. 14 seconds left. This is clutch. Nesbitt. Is he going to look to be the hero? He's got the mismatch against Haas. Hands it off to Smith. Oh, it's stolen away, and Chile look like they're going to come away with the win. That is a huge win for Chile. They've been pushed to the buzzer by the Virgin Islands, but they secure the win here on the opening day. A much-needed win. Final score, Virgin Islands 61, Chile 62. Heartbreak for the Virgin Islands and a breath, a relief for Chile. Laurent Smith a chance to win it in the final seconds. The defense was too good. He lost control. And Chile come away with a single-point win here on the opening day of this Olympic pre-qualifying tournament here in La Banda. Here are the shooting statistics. Neither team shooting particularly well from outside. A lot of the work getting done close to the bucket. And both teams will want to improve their free throw shooting as this tournament progresses. But so many of the stats are so close and the game was so close. Virgin Islands really put in a shift in that second half. Top scorer Carvacho with 23 points for Chile. Corbett leading the way with 22 for the Virgin Islands. As you can see, there's our result from today's game. Chile with a 1-point win here. Later, coming up in a little under an hour's time, Uruguay against Colombia to close out game day 1. Here are some of the top plays from that fourth quarter of action. And it wasn't the most high-scoring fourth quarter of action, but it certainly was an interesting fourth quarter, to say the least. Chile outscoring the Virgin Islands 12-11 in that quarter, coming away with that single-point win. They were led by Nicolas Carvacho. He led all scorers, 23 points, 8 rebounds. Only Varela also in double digits for Chile. He had 12 points and 7 rebounds alongside 3 steals. For the Virgin Islands, some big plays for them. Corbett had 22 points. Also in double digits was Raglan with 10. But Laurent Smith comes away with an impressive double-double, 10 points, 13 rebounds in this opening game. Hope you've enjoyed the game as much as I have. Final score here is Virgin Islands 61, Chile 62. Coming up in a little under an hour's time, game 2 as Uruguay will take on Colombia here in the Olympic pre-qualification tournament in La Banda, Argentina.